Hi, this is Kelly Wright at the Money Show, and joining me today, Mr. Zach Johnson of Stacks Investment Management, one of my favorite firms on the street and some of the good guys. So it can be said just pretty much at any time in any market, there's the wall of worry, there's the slope of hope, there's the this, there's the that, but emotions they're pretty wild. I mean, this has been a pretty volatile year.
It's been extremely volatile, you're exactly right. And one of the things we're talking about quite often is this idea of an emotional tug of war.
Okay.
And really, if you look at the macroeconomic environment, and more specifically the data that's coming out, and we can dive straight into it, you talk about manufacturing specifically. Over the last week or so, you saw manufacturing data really come in to the point where it's in contraction territory.
Right.
And that's the first time since 2009 that we've seen this.
So that's a worry. I mean, that's one of the ingredients in the wall of worry.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
But I was with Steve Moore earlier, and he was saying, we've got a pretty benign tax environment. Unemployment's low.
Yes.
On a macro level, things actually, they're pretty decent.
Absolutely.
I mean, but that's the wall of worry, because you got to have something to climb against,
Well, and you're speaking. The second side of it is, you're right. On the positive side is confidence, and across the street, when you're talking about consumers specifically, you're looking at both sentiment and confidence, and they're extremely high. Now, there's a good and bad with that.
Right.
Obviously, the good side of it is what you're touching on. That brings a lot of confidence, and that increases stock prices over the long run.
Correct.
However, the levels that we are seeing, it does make us worried, because you tend to see extremely high confidence at the tail end of a bull market.
Get in the late cycle, and what's it? I think it was Benjamin Graham that said, in the short term, the market is a voting machine, and in the long run, it's a weighing machine.
Exactly right.
So,
exactly right.
And in the short term, sentiment is always going to trump logic.
Yes.
But over the long term, fundamentals always trump.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Some things never change, do they?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
There we go. Joining me at the Money Show, Mr. Zach Johnson of Stacks Investment Management.